sprung, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. From the newly planted vines at the Cranberry Marshes to the renewable energy that could be powering your home, everything's coming up green. We'll explain as we head into the outdoors.
Hey, hey, hey! Do you hear the call? Yeah! Into the outdoors! Chores are done, let's have some fun! There's so much to do and see! And the outdoors is the place to be! Into the outdoors! Come explore with me, it's a philosophy! From summer, winter, fall! And the outdoors really has it all! Into the outdoors! Earth and sky and the wet and wild! Jump in and you will see! There's no place that you'd rather be! Into the outdoors!
Shh, we have to whisper today because we're at Gaynor Cranberry Company, hoping to see some birds. Believe it or not, cranberry marshes are a great place for bird watching, especially during spring migration. The wetlands surrounding the marshes provide a natural habitat for more than 200 species of wildlife, many of them birds. Just listen to all the sounds of nature. Bald eagles, sandhill cranes, and the great blue heron are just some of the birds that sometimes make their home on cranberry wetlands. Speaking of birds, I'll bet you don't know how cranberries got their name. Native Americans had several names for the tart red berry they used not only in recipes, but also as an ingredient in medicine and healing teas, and as a dye for clothing and blankets. But it was the term chosen by early European settlers that stuck. They called the fruit cranberries because cranberry blossoms resemble the neck, head, and beak of a crane. Over time, the term was shortened to cranberry. Okay, let's get back to our bird watching. I really hope we see a bald eagle today, but honestly, I'll be happy to see any type of wildlife. Of course, geese love the wetlands of the cranberry marshes. It's not a big surprise that we see them swimming around today, but I wonder what else we'll find. Oh look, there's some sandhill cranes. Aren't they amazing creatures? Oh, they're flying away. Look at them go, so graceful. And what's up there? It looks like it might be an eagle's nest. I wonder if we'll get to see him today. I sure hope so. Look over there, swans. They sure are beautiful, and it looks like they're finding something good to eat in these wetlands. Hey, there's another eagle's nest. And look a little closer, there's an eagle in there. Wow. Getting to watch those beautiful birds every spring is definitely one of the perks of being a cranberry grower. But once the spring thaw hits, it's really time to get to work. Remember in the winter how we showed you the frozen cranberry beds with the sand spread on top of the ice? Well, now that ice has melted, and the sand has settled at the bottom of the beds. Cranberries need sandy, acidic soil in order to grow. The low-lying vines are perennial plants, which will flower and produce fruit year after year. Spring is the time of year when some cranberry growers plant new vines. That's what's happening here at Dandy Creek Cranberries. Right, Bethany?
That's right, Sydney. Right now they have 55 cranberry producing acres at this marsh, and they are adding 20 more.
Cool. So could you explain the planting process? Because it seems like it'd be a little bit more in-depth than planting a garden.
It is in a way. This bed has been prepared for planting by scraping away the topsoil and then spreading a layer of sand over the top, which will help prevent weeds, bugs, and diseases to get into the new vines. Vines are cut from an existing bed and spread evenly over the sand. Then they are pressed into the soil and regularly watered. After a couple of weeks, the vines will produce roots and start to grow.
Will the new vines start to produce cranberries right away?
They won't. They need to develop for about 4 to 5 years before they can produce a good crop that we can harvest.
What about all the water that surrounds each bed?
Well, as you know, we need a lot of water to produce cranberries, but the berries aren't actually grown in water, which means we need a good drainage system. So before we plant the bed, we dig a ditch around the border, which will allow water to drain from the bed. We also install a sprinkler system in the bed before the vines are planted.
So what are the sprinklers used for?
They're mainly used for frost protection. Frost is a constant threat in Wisconsin, especially in the spring and fall. Temperatures below zero can damage new vines, budding vines, or immature berries. So we use the sprinklers to spray water on the vines. Soon, the vines will become encased in ice, and as long as the sprinklers are running and the ice thaws, the vines are protected from the cold weather.
So that's why you need the drainage ditches? To drain the water from sprinkling and also from the fall harvest and winter floods?
That's right, but even though you see a lot of water on land in the forms of reservoirs, ditches, and dikes, we keep using this water year after year.
Cool, so it's like your own form of recycling, huh?
Sure is.
Cool. All that water is also what makes the cranberry marsh so attractive to all types of birds and animals. It's so cool to see that cranberry growers and wildlife can live together in harmony with one another. See you later.
I like to visit wildlife refuges. It's because I get to see some really cool animals. My favorite animal to observe is the great blue heron. The great blue heron lives around lakes, rivers, and marshes. That's why I go to wildlife refuges. It's almost a guarantee that I'll see one. Sometimes I'll see them standing or walking in shallow water, looking for fish, large insects, or frogs. What's really cool is watching them fly over the water with their neck curled back into a nest. Now, if you see a bird flying with their neck straight, it's probably a Sandhill crane. So don't get them confused. Watching them fly is also a great way to see how big they are, especially their wing spread. Guess how big it is? 6 feet across. These are just some of the cool facts I learned about the great blue heron. So the next time you want to have fun, go outside and discover something new. That's what I did. See ya!
Learn more about the wonderful world of cranberries on our website, intotheoutdoors.org. Up next, did you know cows love the color green? Find out why when we come back.
Don't go away, there's more